think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. Oh, hey, guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I was trying to think of a different way to kick off these videos, so apologies for my terrible singing. But hey, today I'm going to be ranking all of Mr. WrestleMania's Shawn Michaels matches from WrestleMania. So I'm very excited because I am a big Shawn Michaels fan, and his body of work is just brilliant. It's just tremendous. One of the very best to ever do it. But speaking specifically in regards to WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels is known as Mr. WrestleMania for a reason, because he has had so many tremendous freaking matches. So what I'm going to do today is go through all of them and tier rank them on this scale. The scale from least liked to most liked is Lost My Smile, Okay Kid, I See You Boy Toy, Drove Me Wild, and Mr. WrestleMania Level. So let's get to it. WrestleMania 5, the Twin Towers, Akeem and the Big Boss Man defeat the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. The first WrestleMania match for the Rockers. Now, going back and re-watching this stuff, oh my God, it's just so crazy to think about how this man, and he's such a young kid there, like he's so little, he looks so little, but knowing that he would become one of the biggest WWE stars of all time. So going back and seeing where it all began, it's this like heartwarming moment. The cool thing about this match was that there was this size advantage between both teams, but the Rockers honestly got like a really great pop the second that they came out. I really love that the second Shawn Michaels came into this match, the moment he got the hot tag, he just went like full speed, made the match so much fun. I really enjoyed this match. Now, of course, it's really hard to rate some of his earlier matches in compared to his later matches, just because the skill level was different. The match types were a lot grander. So it is a little hard to rate the earlier matches, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the ICU Boy Toy category. Next up, WrestleMania 6. The Orient Express defeat the Rockers by countout. This was his second WrestleMania match. There really wasn't too much to say about this match in particular. It was very brief, and it wasn't as fun as the first one. So for that reason, I'm putting it in the Lost My Smile category. WrestleMania 7, the Rockers defeat the Heenan family, Haku and the Barbarian. This was another fun match. I love seeing Shawn Michaels go in there and do leapfrogs and drop kicks and just presented more of a fun style. It really stood out from some of the other matches that you would see early on in WWE. Shawn Michaels ends up winning this match for his team after hitting Haku with a crossbody. I am putting this match in the I See You Boy Toy category. WrestleMania 8. Shawn Michaels defeats El Matador, Tito Santana. Okay, so a lot of firsts here. So this is his first WrestleMania match where we see him come out with the Boy Toy song. He also comes out with Sherry Martel, and this is his first singles WrestleMania match. All right, so for the match portion of this, I thought that Tito Santana was a great opponent for Shawn Michaels in this early match in his career. Now, the commentary in this match in regards specifically to Tito Santana didn't really age well, if you know what I mean. I'm putting this match in the ICU Boy Toy category. WrestleMania 9. For the WWF Intercontinental title, Tatanka defeats Shawn Michaels via countout. For this one in particular, I kind of thought the match went just a little too long, and I didn't really care for the finish. Shawn Michaels yanks the official, and it's a DQ. Tatanka wins, but he doesn't actually win the title. I'm putting this one in the Lost My Smile category. WrestleMania 10. The WWF Intercontinental title ladder match, Razor Ramon defeats Shawn Michaels and retains the title. I'm going to start off by saying that there are certain matches that I will always go back and rewatch. There are certain matches that I just want to feel the magic that I felt the first time that I saw it. It's like medicine. You know it's going to make you feel good. And this is one of those matches, an iconic match for all of the historic reasons. But on top of it, it just gets me every single time. And this match to me was really the start of Shawn Michaels becoming Mr. WrestleMania. Loved it. This is like a must watch for every wrestling fan if you haven't seen it. Although I'm pretty sure most of you have. Anyways, I'm ranking this one in the Mr. WrestleMania level. WrestleMania 11, WWF World Heavyweight Championship, Diesel defeats Shawn Michaels. This is the one where we see Shawn Michaels come out with Jenny McCartney and Diesel comes out with Pamela Anderson. What I loved about this is how fast Shawn Michaels started off this match. Diesel nails him with a clothesline. HBK is bumping like crazy. And then during this match, we can see that he gets very irritated by the photographers on the outside. Diesel ends up winning this match, and I didn't hate it. It was kind of fun. So I am ranking it in the ICU Boy Toy category. WrestleMania 12. WWF World Heavyweight Title 60-minute Iron Man match. Shawn Michaels defeats Bret Hart. At the end of the hour, none of them had scored any falls. Shawn Michaels was put in the sharpshooter. However, the time limit expired before Shawn Michaels could actually tap out. This match was restarted under sudden death rules. And Shawn Michaels hit that sweet chin music twice to win and become champion. Going back and watching this match last year was definitely fun, especially because of all the history and everything that we know between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. And it's just so interesting to watch them work together. So for that reason, I am ranking this match over in the Drove Me Wild category. WrestleMania 14 WWF World Heavyweight Championship, Steve Austin defeats Shawn Michaels. Now, I know this is a Shawn Michaels WrestleMania match ranking, but I want to point this out really quickly in regards to Stone Cold Steve Austin, because we all know that at the prior WrestleMania, Stone Cold had had his iconic match with Bret Hart. And now the following year, WrestleMania 14, he's in there with Shawn Michaels. And the first thing that you notice is the difference in the pop from when Stone Cold Steve Austin made his entrance at WrestleMania 13 and when he made his entrance at WrestleMania 14. Just so much bigger. This really, at this moment, just felt like the biggest main event that you could have. We see Shawn Michaels go after the knee of Stone Cold Steve Austin, the one with the brace. Shawn Michaels locks in the figure 4. He's cheating by holding onto the ropes. Austin ends up countering that figure 4, and eventually he wins with the Stone Cold Stunner. And Mike Tyson, who's the referee, makes a fast count. This is one that like wrestling fans know so well, especially with the outcome and everything, and seeing Mike Tyson get involved in all of this. It just felt really big. And to this day, when you watch these clips, like you can feel the magnitude, the importance of everything that went down watching this. So I am putting this one in the Mr. WrestleMania level. WrestleMania 19, Shawn Michaels defeats Chris Jericho. Now, at the time of this match, I was the biggest Chris Jericho fan. So seeing him get to wrestle Shawn Michaels, who is like his idol, I personally thought was really cool, because I was seeing someone that I was a big fan of have a match with someone that they were a big fan of. And that, of course, played into the entire story of this matchup here. But eventually we see Chris Jericho be a jerk to Shawn Michaels. At the end of this match, once Shawn Michaels has actually won, Chris Jericho gives him a hug after, but then turns on him. So I am putting this one in the Drove Me Wild category. WrestleMania 20, World Heavyweight Title Triple Threat match. Chris Benoit defeats Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Benoit makes Triple H tap and wins the match. I am putting this one in the ICU Boy Toy category. WrestleMania 21 goes Hollywood, and you know your girl was there. Hey, all right, we need to talk about Kurt Angle defeating Shawn Michaels. This was one of the best WrestleMania matches of all freaking time. Now, I just need to say right now, most of you guys already know this, but Kurt Angle is one of my favorite wrestlers. He is top 3 for me. Like, I love Kurt Angle. Like, I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers ever. And seeing him go in there with Shawn Michaels and the magic that both of these guys made, I remember being in the crowd for this and watching this match and thinking, legitimately thinking, that this match was never going to end. And not in a bad way, but in a way because I didn't expect Shawn Michaels to stay down. I didn't expect Kurt Angle to stay down. Like, I just couldn't imagine one of these guys beating the other. Like the amount of near falls that we were seeing, it was so freaking crazy. This is one that I enjoy going back and rewatching. And when I think about WrestleMania 21, this is the match that I think about and that I remember very, very fondly on that card. So, of course, this is going in the Mr. WrestleMania level. WrestleMania 22, no holds barred. Shawn Michaels defeats Vince McMahon. It was actually kind of crazy seeing how big Vince McMahon looked in this. His knees, they did not look great though at all. They did a lot in this match that made it more entertaining than probably any of us thought it was actually going to be. So with that being said, I am putting this one in the drove me wild category. WrestleMania 23, the WWE Heavyweight Championship match, John Cena defeats Shawn Michaels. This was nearly a 30-minute match. Shawn Michaels dominates the start of this match. John Cena goes for the FU, but Shawn counters it into a DDT. HBK even gets busted open and hits the elbow off the top rope. They exchange blows. Fast forward, HBK finally hits John Cena with that sweet chin music. But John Cena wins after locking Shawn Michaels in with the STFU, making him tap. This moment felt incredibly huge for John Cena. This victory was incredibly huge for John Cena, defeating Mr. WrestleMania. So I am putting this match over in the Mr. WrestleMania level. WrestleMania 24, Ric Flair's career on the line. Shawn Michaels defeats Ric Flair. So I only have to say one thing about this match. This is the only match in history that has made me cry. Made me cry like a freaking baby. In front of my whole family, I cried watching this in my living room. And it was that moment when Shawn Michaels says, "I'm sorry, I love you," and super kicks Ric Flair in the face. My God, the emotions. Everyone felt this one, guys. Mr. WrestleMania level. That's the category it goes in. WrestleMania 25, The Undertaker defeats Shawn Michaels. All right, y'all already know how much I love this match because I spoke about it when I did the Undertaker streak ranking. So here's what I had to say about that match. I am so excited to talk about the matches with The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. All right, when you think of The Undertaker and WrestleMania, you think of his streak. When you think of WrestleMania, you think of Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels. And these two together, they were magic. They gave us some of the very best WrestleMania matches of all freaking time. This is one of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time. Not just The Undertaker's, not just Shawn Michaels. I'm saying of all time. I loved that they built up the importance heading into this match of Mr. WrestleMania versus the streak. There were so many near falls, and they literally did everything they possibly could to try to take the other guy out, and just nothing was doing it. And at one point, you just see these guys hit like this level of exhaustion where you're like, does he have enough gas to pull it off? Is he going to be able to end the streak? Is Mr. WrestleMania going to remain Mr. WrestleMania? Is The Undertaker going to be able to defend his streak? Like, all of these thoughts are running through your mind as you're watching these two guys leave it all out there. So much shit happens, but eventually The Undertaker hits a tombstone pile driver and he is finally able to pin Shawn Michaels. Of course, it's going into the Mr. WrestleMania level. WrestleMania 26, The Undertaker streak versus Shawn Michaels' career. No DQ, Undertaker defeats Shawn Michaels. And again, if you watch the Undertaker video, you know how I feel about it. Let's roll the clip. So, I was at this show. It was one of my most fondest experiences ever as a pro wrestling fan. When I think of some of the best matches that I've seen, best shows that I've attended, most exhilarating moments, like those moments, like when people ask you why you like pro wrestling and they're not fans, it's really hard to explain the emotion, the feeling, the energy that a really great story and a really great match can bring out of you. And to me, the way that I feel in regards to this match, I remember feeling like it was just The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and what they were doing in the ring, and me. And I say that because I was so interested in this match, so invested in this match. I did not pay attention to anything or anybody around me. I was so dead focused on this match because they had me hook, line, and sinker. They had me. And I have not experienced anything like this. Like, I don't think this was probably my best experience in terms of connecting to a match at a live show ever. I don't think anything can ever like replace this. This was so freaking good. Of course, the Undertaker wins here, but damn, this was magical. They literally, their WrestleMania 25, WrestleMania 26 matches, I kind of go back and forth with which one's my favorite. I originally, for several years, thought this one was the very best one. And then last year, when I rewatched all of these WrestleManias, I decided the WrestleMania 25 match was the best. But then when I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm like, oh my God, I legitimately cannot decide. Like, I ping pong back and forth between which one was the best one. And like, man, I just think both of them are phenomenal. They just did phenomenal work. And like I said before, they're magic together. I am putting it in the Mr. WrestleMania level. And that, my friends, is a wrap for this video. Going back down memory lane and talking about Shawn Michaels' WrestleMania matches was definitely a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing more tier ranking videos. Of course, you guys can pitch some ideas in the comment section below. I always look at that stuff and reply to people and have a good time chatting with everybody. And if you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next vid. If you enjoyed this tier ranking video, feel free to check out the one where I ranked all of The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak matches.